Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Use of punctuations in any language can make a lot of difference. For example, the topic that was given to me, men have efficiency, women don't have. Lack of punctuation. So the topic is man, have efficiency, don't be dumb. And it is true. Efficiency is a catalytic agent in functioning in all departments of life. See? It is something like inspiration. Ordinary husband, inspired husband. Ordinary husband will eat food and go away. Inspired husband will clean dishes. All ammas are so happy. So when you go back home, come on, be inspired. See? Ordinary student somehow goes through and passes the examination. An inspired student, in addition to his studies, is very well in other activities of life. See? So inspiration brings out an extra factor which is dominant in every one of us. See? And this dormant, not dominant, this dormant factor which is present in us has to be brought out. It will not just happen. And it can happen, it can be brought out only if we know the operation of the software with which we are working. You know, we are all hardwares. Very hard. And no hardware can function without a software. See? Like you take your phone, it's a hardware. To make it functional and communicate you with the world, we require a SIM card, isn't it? And that SIM card decides everything. In the same manner, we are the hardwares and we have a SIM card in us. And what is the SIM? See, the SIM card we know. Like when we were coming, I had two ammas with me and I was suffering silently, rather surfing silently. It's a slip of tongue. So to make them happy, because I had to stay with them for the next 3-4 days. So I said, look here, the ladies are given the maximum comforts and honor and respect, and yet they all the time complain. When it is the gents, the movie is called as Three Idiots. And when it is the ladies, the movie is called as Teen Deviya. Look there. But only idiots can call it. See, friends. Efficiency is that expression when the best is brought out in any field without any struggle, without any effort. See, Patanjali Maharshi, he has written, composed the Yoga Sutras, and there are so many sutras. The one which I like the most is Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatti Bhyam. This is the sutra. This sutra has two aspects. One aspect is prayatna shaithilya, extremely effortless. Whenever we put efforts, we are not normal. See? Whenever we put efforts, a strong I is born. These two principles to understand, then efficiency will come out. For example, whenever we put efforts, we are not normal. Give an example. Those who are hard of hearing, and when they are listening to any talk or anything, they have to put lot of efforts. And after 5 minutes, 7 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, they get tired. Because they are putting efforts. And afterwards, then they switch off. This is called halal satsanga. It is a jhatka for the one who is sleeping, but it is halal for the one who is talking. It is a big challenge. One day, two persons were sitting right in the front, and one fellow was, descendant of Kumbhakarna, and the other was the descendant of Dunlop, sitting together. And Kumbhakarna coolly slept on Dunlop. And Dunlop got very angry. So he wanted to move away, so the Kumbhakarna wakes up. But he was having genes in his system, nothing can disturb him. So he pulled the Dunlop and again. And what I see from here, you don't see from there. And after the lecture was over, he came. Swami, your lecture was awesome, great. I said, very few people understand, very good. And he went away. Now Dunlop was boiling. Swami, when you saw him, he is sleeping, why didn't you wake him up? I said, look here, be cool, be cool. What cool? I said, listen, what for you came here? You came for becoming miserable or happy? Of course, I came for happy, but I stop here. He got happiness. Therefore, all those who sleep in the satsanga, they are the real genius. Effortlessness. See? Ultimately, the goal of life is this only. If you can achieve this principle, you have understood Bhagavad Gita. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागृति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. Sri Maharaj. Don't take Gita very seriously. Study Gita sincerely. See, many times when they study Gita, as if they are obliging Bhagavan Krishna and giving a certificate. Acha likha. Don't become serious. You will see Bhagavad Gita is an expression of joy. See, in the second chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, when Arjuna was constantly crying, Vishidantam idam vachaha, to that disgusted, crying fellow, Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna did not joy in a jugalbandi, acha beta, ro mat, main bhi chalta hu tumhare saath. No. Prasan iva Bharata. He delivered the whole discourse with a smile on the face and a confidence in the heart, because he was efficient in his job. See? He was not struggling. Give example, two examples, two treatments I will show you. One treatment will declare me as a Mahatma. Other treatment to the same problem will declare me as CH Atma. You know CH Atma? Chota Atma. Mahatma Chota Atma. One husband came to me and husband Uvacha. And he said, Swamiji, I am so fed up of my wife. I don't know why should I continue with her. I am so tired. And of all the people, why I had to get such a terrible wife? I don't know what sin I had done. So he was crying. Now, as a Mahatma, I spoke to him. I said, look here, my friend, be cool. Why? Husband is a common noun. It is not a proper noun. There is not a single husband in this world who is happy. So there is nothing new in that. If you are a happy husband, then something is wrong between two of you. This is the requirement. When a husband is miserable, the love is intense. Otherwise, you go your way, you go your way. That is not life. See, there was one husband, Mr. and Mrs. Gupta and Gupti. They were honored a civic reception, and they were honored, and they were told, "Sir, what is the secret? You are married for last 60 years. In this old age, everybody knows you never fought. What is the secret? Please tell us. We can get guidance." So he got up, he looked at his wife. She said, "Yes, talk." And then he started talking. And he started. The secret of our togetherness, never be fought, because she goes her way, I go her way. Very easy. So this man, I told him, I said, look here, there is nothing like a happy husband in this world. It is an impossible combination. Because there are only two types of people. Those who are married and those who are happy. There is no third option. So, Swamiji, I thought I am the only unfortunate. No, you are not the only one. You have got a big battalion with you. Don't worry. Thank you, Swamiji. I was thinking I am the only miserable. He was happy not because he is miserable, but others are also miserable. See the human mind. And now I talk as a C.H. Atma, the same issue. He came and told me, Swamiji, I am so unfortunate, my wife is really torturing me, I don't know what I should do. I start, look here, yaar, don't tell me that, I am also miserable. I have no wife even to fight with. Although I am fighting fit, but they have nobody to fight. Will anybody call me Mahatma? A person who is able to maintain his level of efficiency under all conditions, he is following the path of Gita. See, happiness doesn't mean all the time, what happened to happy? No, that is joining the laughing club. You know the laughing club? Here also that infection has come? Not here. In India, there is terrible infection going around. I was in Bhopal. Right in front of my place, there was a big garden. We used to go for a walk. And early morning, these fellows will come, about half a dozen of them, and with the clapping, they say, tak, 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 ha, ha, ha. Again, tak, tak, ha, ha, ha. Like that. And when I was watching, and they forgot. They looked at me and they got more inspired and forgot. And ha, ha, ha. Their dangers came out like ahuti. And they say like, tumhara kaun sa, mera kaun sa. That is not happiness. Efficient person is always happy, meaning he is living at a zero complaint level. Complain not. See friends. Whenever we complain, we are not efficient. See? It is like that student in a school. The teacher taught mathematics. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 11 plus 11 is equal to 22. 111 plus 111, 222. Understood? Yes. Homework given. Next day. Everybody done? One student was sitting. What about you? No, I have not done. Why? Madam, simple you have done. 1 plus 1. And difficult you gave us 8 plus 9. I don't have 8 plus 9 fingers. How can I do that? See the challenge. See? You have done simple 11 plus 11. Anybody can do that. You have given us 89 plus 33. How can I do that? I don't know. Those who complain, they are not efficient. See? Efficient person is able to negotiate in and through all the situations of life. And the efficiency can come if you are at peace with yourself. If you are at war with yourself, you cannot be efficient. Because when you are at war, you are disturbed. Disturbed mind is a mine of all the imaginary problems of life. A quiet mind is a solution to all the problems of life. Problems are not outside. They are only in the mind. So disturbed mind is not efficient, inefficient mind, and cool mind is efficient mind. But that coolness should not be dumb coolness. See? That coolness should be accompanied with wisdom. And this is what Gita told us. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sayyami. Sayyami is a technical term. Don't take the casual translations. In the casual translations, and it is not anybody's fault, no language can be translated into another language with the same depth of understanding. There has to be some compromise. So, Sayyama does not mean only controlled mind. Sayyami, the one whose mind is controlled, no. Sayyama is a technical term which indicates the following. Be very attentive. When we have to work on the mind, what has to be given importance to? Can we work on the mind without reference to the world around? If somebody says, like this happened in Shimla, old couple, and it is a great fun to watch old couple. When the husband talks, the wife has to condemn. The wife talks, the husband has to condemn. The badla is taken away in the old age. So, we were going somewhere. I asked that man, I said, Uncle, you drive the car? No, Swami, we are going to drive. Why should we drive? I said, okay, you don't know. No, I know driving. I have not committed even a single accident in my whole life. When she said like this, do you think wife will keep quiet? If the wife keeps quiet on the statement of a husband, she is not a wife. Immediately, she said, कभी चलाई है गाड़ी? Accident नहीं किया. When you have never driven the car, how can you do the accident? See? If somebody says I am efficient and I have never committed an accident because I have never driven a car, can you call that person as efficient? In the same manner, if we say that my mind is controlled when I am in deep sleep, no, there is no control. Like people say, when you go to satsang, there is peace. But they don't tell where is the peace. Peace is at your home. You all have come here. That is the place where there is the peace. So, we have to live in this society, in this relative world, without complaining, and yet bringing out the best performance under all conditions in every department of activity. Then man be efficient. Is not man is efficient, women are not. That is not the meaning. So to bring out this efficiency, we have to work on the mind. Now be very attentive. We all have taken care of our house. What should be the color? What should be the drapery, what should be the furniture, everything we take. We take care also about our clothes, they should be matching. See, the shoe should be purple, and then the sock should be purple, the clothes should be purple, the .com should be purple, everything should be purple. Then we are matching. Matching to whom? God knows. We are matching. But have we ever taken care to look after the mind? See, friends, what efforts we have put to take care of the mind. For us, because there are thoughts in the mind, therefore we are thinkers. See? It's not. And therefore, to bring out the efficiency, the instrument with which we function in the world should be properly tuned. See? Many years before, I went to Lucknow. And Lucknow people are really Nawabi. So my friend I was staying with, winter days, 8 o'clock, he was still sleeping, I finished everything, tea, coffee, and I was reading newspaper or something. Then somebody came and knocked, so I opened the door. Saab hai kya? हाँ सो रहे, कोई बात नहीं. He was consoling me, koi baat nahi. It's wrong. I didn't know what he meant. Then he went inside and he said, Sam, aa gaya hu. Theek hai. He took out his head out of the quilt and lied down like this. And this barber, he was a barber who came. He took out and started, white, pat. And my friend was lying down. I was saying, na bhuto na bhavishyati. Can you imagine such a thing in the world? Height of laziness. I was what to do? I was so thrilled, Those days I didn't have Samsung. So, every now and then he will do like this. That barber? After a little cut, again he will do like this. So I asked him. I said, hey, yaar, how many times will you do this? Finish it quickly. He looked at me. You will never understand. Have you ever shavered? I said, no. You will not understand. You tell me then. He said, look here. Every time I do, it becomes blunt. It has to be sharpened for every cut. Then only it is perfect shaving. Now the subtlety of the sharpness required for shaving is different than the subtlety of sharpness required for cutting a tree. Is it not? One husband in the morning was shaving and shouted at himself, oh God, these people take money but the useless blades they gave, oh God, it has plowed through. Immediately wife came. Do you have anything else to do in the world except complain? What happened now in the morning? Everything was so peacefully going on in a house. You make noise unnecessarily. See, this blade, it has cut my see. So bad blade. I had just put new one. And then I went to toilet and came back and now see this is the one. He said, why you complain? It is the same blade which I have taken out, pared the pencil of your son and put it back. When that blade can pare the pencil, why can't it shave? Now to that Mahamaya, who can tell? So the sharpness of our mind required for dealing with the world has got a different quality. And the sharpness of mind required for dealing with the life has a different quality. See, friends. And this sharpness will not come suddenly. We have to work on it. Like that barber, every now and then, he was working on it. See, suppose our average age is 50 plus. Now in these 50 plus years of life, how much efforts we have put to take care of the mind. With mind, we only complain. And this information I gathered from all the wise people like you. Wherever we go, suppose, once I was going somewhere on Singapore airport. And I was sitting there, and I enjoy airports. You don't have to see the cartoon shows, It's very beautiful, live cartoon. Somebody is running, somebody has lost something somewhere, somebody asks, Mumbai kahan hai? Mumbai yahan thodi hai. Great fun. So, one person came and he came, can I sit? I said, how do I know whether you can sit or not? No, can I sit? I said, yes, how do I know whether you can sit or not? You should know whether you can sit or not. No, can I sit here? I said, I don't know. Then I said, your question should be, may I sit? हाँ वही तो कह रहा हूँ मैं. You will never be miserable in life. For us, everything is enough reason to be miserable in life. He said, and he said, I am doing meditation for last 30 years. I said, it's your problem. It's not my problem. I didn't tell you do meditation. No, I got only one problem, and that problem is my mind runs here and there. Rest of the things are okay. What are the things remaining? See, friends, we only complain about the mind. We complain. See? These Marathi people, they say, "Kalata but vadat nahi," means vardata but vadat nahi. That mind should not do vardata. It should keep quiet. See, friends. Therefore, instead of complaining on this mind and losing efficiency, work on the mind. See? And working begins where the mind is from there. Suppose somebody asked me also the other day, Swami, I want to come to Kumbh Mela in Allahabad. How do I come? I said, where are you? He said, why you worry about me? You tell me, how can I come? I said, okay, first of all, go to Kanyakumari. From there, take a boat and go to Howrah. Take a flight, go to Delhi, and then take a train and come to Allahabad. But why should I take such a long route? I said, then what route do you want? He said, I am in Varanasi. That's what I told you. If you tell me where you are, then I can tell you, is it? If you don't tell me where you are, how can I tell you? We talk about controlling the mind. First of all, find out where is your mind. Why should you worry? Okay, then pranayam karo. Baro hava. See, friends, we always start our journey from where we are, is it not? So where are we? We are lost in this world. Two things. One is things. Second is beings. With things, possessiveness. With beings, relations. Now, if you become little aware, you will see the world is nothing but a load of possessions plus relations that we carry on our head. See? So what is the world? World is a load of possessions and relations that we carry on the head. And whenever you have got any kind of load, what is the first thing that we want to do? Unload. See? All my dear ammas, they call it as a purse, but actually it is a hold on. It carries Prithvi Mata inside. And therefore the moment they get an opportunity, first of all, unload it. See? Because load we don't want to carry long. Any kind of load creates pressure in our personality. Physical load we understand. Physiological load. See? When you are sitting here, here means anybody, anywhere, big gathering. Suddenly one person gets up, disturbs everybody. Sorry, excuse me, it goes away. Others say, why this spirit disturbing? Because he has reached a level of intolerance of his BP, bladder pressure. He cannot go continue further. Now and here. See? He has to unload himself. He cannot stop. The same way, this burden, the load of possessions and relations, this we all want to unload. And that unloading we all do. That we do by going to sleep. What is a sleep? The sleep is nothing but disowning all the possessions and all the relations. See? This is what sleep is, nothing else. Tatra mata amata bhavati. Tatra pita apita bhavati. Upanishad says, in the deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, nor we are rich, poor, man, woman, young, old, New Zealand resident or Australian. No, none. Everything is dropped. And when we are totally unloaded, then only one experience, and that is bliss. And no blisters. See. So, what is the world with which our mind is running around is this. Now, this mind with which we have to bring out the efficiency, this mind is constantly running in the world and reacting rather than acting. Normally, we react to the world. We don't act. If you act, you are an actor. If you react, you are a reactor. So decide whether you want to be actor or reactor. For example, this is a stage and a drama is going on. My position is, I am an actor. And a story is developed. A very pathetic, emotional upsurge is brought out in the story. And I come on the stage, all sympathy is with me, and I am crying away with the glycerin tears and choke voice. And this is my acting. And the whole audience listening to that, they are reacting. Take out the tissue paper and cry by the nose, the latest fashion. They no more cry with the eye. You know. Maybe the lacrimal duct must have opened bigger. You know. Now that time what goes on my mind as an actor? That time what goes in mind is, Arey Dumbo, I am paid for the fake crying and you are paying and crying really. It is a drama. It is not the truth. Is it not? Normally we react in life. Don't react. There was one man, he told me, because they had a marriage between different communities, one North Indian, one South Indian, this time. So this South Indian boy, when he told his South Indian mother about a North Indian girl that he wants to get married, that mother said, Beta, if you want to get married to that North Indian girl, then you will have to walk over my dead body. He said, Mama, it will take too long. I can't wait till such a long time. We become so serious in life and make a mess of our life. So when we are interacting with the world, interact in such a manner that you no more react. That's all. Don't react. But normally what happens? We react. And a reacted person cannot be efficient because he is already disturbed. See? It's a very simple thing. But we are not aware of this phenomena that is happening. See? We only read Gita, like Bhagavad Gita talks the same topic in different language. In the language of devotion. Yasman nodvijate lokaha, loka nodvijate chayaha, harsham harshamayodvegaihi muktaha, yas sachame priyaha. He who is not a problem for the world, and he who doesn't take world as a problem, and he is free from the limitations of excitement, misery, etc. And therefore he maintains his cool under all situations. He is my real devotee. And I like him. See? Not the one who has got a makeup of a devotee. See? Either a full stop or a U-turn or the railway lines or the electric post and different kinds of color clothes and then the Rudraksha Mala or the Tulasi Mala or the Spatika Mala or the Vaijanti Mala. It makes nowhere in Bhagavad Gita this makeup is mentioned about the devotee. See friends, discover this. Stop reacting. And when you stop reacting, you know what happens? Your mind remains undisturbed and does not get contaminated by any impressions. No impression. Because you are not reacting. Whenever you react, there is a dent formed on the mind. See? Let us interact with the world like the mirror interacts with anything which comes in front of it. When a beautiful girl comes in front of the mirror, will the mirror say, "Come on darling, stay a little more"? And when a khusat like me goes, "Hatta!" No. Because the mirror is only reflecting, not retaining. See? When we react, we retain. When we act, we don't retain. See? And this is how the first step of bringing out the efficiency in us is whenever we are interacting with the world, where is our attention? If our attention is on the world, the quality will be different. If attention is on I, the quality will be different. But if the attention is on the mind, the quality will be different. See? Like, once this happened in Bengaluru. The Bengaluru looked a funny sound. Bangalore was a little, it was a little royal, magnanimous name, Bangalore. Bungaluru. I hope there is no Karnataka here. That is the best name. Okay. So, I was on the airport and waiting for my luggage. And I am always accompanied by my friend. His name is Mr. Murphy. You know Murphy's law? If something can go wrong, it will. So he is always with me wherever I go. When somebody is waiting for me, my luggage will come last. So I was waiting for the luggage and this fellow came and he said, "Swami, how come you are here?" Is it a question? I said, "Default. I am an IT." I said, "I know, therefore I told you I am here by default." Then you have been giving talks on Gita everywhere for so many years. People don't change. Don't you feel bad? I said, "No, why should I feel bad?" "No, people don't change when you give talks." I said, "Am I a fool to feel bad? I don't want people to change because I survive on their ignorance. Like I received one SMS today. In the SMS, one doctor wrote on his, the pathology laboratory, your urine and shit is our food and butter. He's right. In the same manner, I said, the ignorance of the people is my food. If my lecture will make everybody wise, where will I go? So I want they to be miserable and ignorant continue. See? He said, I am surprised. I thought you will feel bad. I said, no, I don't feel bad. I'll feel bad if they become okay. Doctors never cure the patient, they maintain the patient. If they'll cure the patient, where they will go. So, when we are interacting with the world, if I imagine that because of my lecture you all will change, guarantee is I will be frustrated. Why? God could not change me. That me, the unchanged one, will change you? Impossible. See? And we are not in this world to change anybody. Change means even never try to make anybody happy. Do you know the reason? The reason is we belong to a democratic setup. In democracy, everybody has the right to be miserable. If somebody is miserable, tathastu. But our struggle is we try to make others happy. Never do that. Second thing, never try to make anybody miserable. Why? No need. Everybody is self-sufficient. Because of his own mind, not anybody else. See, friends. Therefore, when we are working in this world, interacting in the world, if our attention is on the world, we are bound to be miserable. A miserable person cannot be efficient. See, a happy person alone is efficient in life. See, can you imagine Bhagwan Krishna crying along with Arjuna? नहीं बेटा मरने दो, अब क्या कर सकता है, ये हो गई. On Prasanniva Bharata. And he did not talk a language of, Amul butter. See? He gave him left and right. Klaibyam asmagama partha na etatvai upavadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktvo tishta parantama. Don't yield to importance. Be strong enough. Only a wise, happy man can talk this language. Those who are goody, they are dangerous fellows, These goody fellows I am very afraid of. Somebody is too goody, beware. See? Tulsidaji writes in his, and also in the Subhashita as it comes, the one who bends too much is like a cobra. Cobra means, Cobras the Brahman. Narayan. So, first, when we are interacting with the world, remember our attention should be only on our mind, not with the world. Do your best. And while doing the best, remember basic principle. World doesn't need us or our activities. World doesn't need. It is our need that we do everything in this world. See? When we do something in this world as our need, we will have humility and we will bring out our best. Bringing out the best in us is called as efficiency. See? Last night when I was coming through immigration, you can see there, when you are standing there, everybody before that, immigration officer brings out the best. Hello, good morning, how are you? Nice. Oh, why? It is your need. If they say go back, then. Therefore, whatever we do in this world, remember basic principle, it is our need that we are doing. See? How simple it is. But we feel, I have done so much for him. It is your fault. Who told you? One lady, now she must be about 50, 52. She met me about 10, 15 years before. A South Indian lady. She came, Swamiji, please advise me. I said, get married. You also tell me the same thing, but who will get married to me? I said, I am not going to get married. You find out somebody, there are many available. Then she started telling a story. See, when we were small, I was hardly 18 or 19. Our father died. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. I educated them, I got them married, everything done. Now nobody wants me, they all avoid me. I have done so much for them. Why this is happening? I said, because you are a fool. See? If you remember this principle, do good and forget. You are not doing good to the world, you are doing good to yourself, friends. See? This principle I learned from one child. Children ask genius questions. Old people complain. Old people have no questions, they have got only complaints. So the child asked, he said, Swamiji, every time we chant this prayer, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. But nobody is happy, nobody is looking good, nobody is seeing goodness in others, everybody is, with so many diseases. What is the meaning of this prayer? You also say, so your prayer also has no meaning. See, what a genius question. Every time we say, isn't it? But has it ever happened? So I said, hey, you are a genius. And therefore I gave him a chocolate. He looked at the chocolate. Good. Thank you, Swamiji. And put it in the pocket. I said, come on, eat now. He said, no, I won't eat. I said, then give back. I won't give back. Why? I will give to my sister. I said, why sister? You eat and enjoy. No, I will give it to her. But why? You eat, you will enjoy. No. Again I said, but tell me what is the reason? The poor boy couldn't understand. Here, Swamiji, yes. Do you have a sister? I said, no. He will not understand. Is it genius? See? What he meant is, when I give to my sister, she will eat, she will enjoy, I will be happy in her happiness. The first principle is this, that if we discover happiness in the happiness of others, then only we will be doing the best in us. Discover happiness in the happiness of others. Normally we are jealous. मालूम है कहाँ से पैसे आ गए? Why are you jealous? See? This is a very simple technique. Be happy in the happiness of others, you will never be miserable. One person asked me also this question. Swamiji, what is the secret of your happiness? I said, I attend all the marriages. Say, what is this? I said, yes, that is the only day they are happy. Rest of the time they are not, but I am happy at that time. And therefore, I keep on recharging my happiness battery. Go on attend your marriages, be happy, and throw it the next one. See, friends, these are such small little things. You just try, give it a try. So when we are thus functioning in this world, keep attention not on the world, how the world is, whether the world is improving or not, whether it is changing or not. Our attention should be on the quality of our mind. Are we at peace before we take up the undertaking? Are we at peace during the action was being done? Are we at peace after the job is done or not? It is this point we focus our focal length. You will be always efficient in whatever you do in your life. See? And there is a joy in doing anything efficiently. Anything. Doesn't matter what you do. See? In Jaipur, there is one lady, elderly lady. Their children are married and gone to US and all that. Now only husband and wife. That lady must be 70 plus and husband also plus minus something. So she has this peculiar hobby which rarely people have. She is very fond of bonsais. There is no problem of any kind. Everything is fine. But lot of time. People are miserable never because of shortage of time. They are always miserable because of excess of time. अब क्या करूं? मेरा सर खाओ, इसीलिए तो भूखा हूं. खा लिए. So she has this hobby, and she does bonsai so lovely. She has got more than about 600-700 varieties of bonsai plants. She herself does it, and every year she will have a big exhibition. And then she tells about every plant like you mothers tell about your stupid child, so lovingly, and she has no time for anything else. See, what more you want in life? Therefore, to bring out the efficiency in you, we must keep our instrument always tuned and sharpened. But for us, normally, happiness, prosperity means laziness. हाँ, breakfast के लिए क्या बनाऊं? Lunch के लिए क्या? अरे खा के. There is something more in life. See? Focus attention on something as a hobby of your life. You will see more and more faculties will start unfolding. And one of the simple technique is learn something new. You may not use it in a whole life, doesn't matter. Learn something new. And when you discover something new, you will not know how tremendous joyful it is. See? I'll tell you my experience. Some places I was introduced, like he introduced me, he's a great Tismarka. In one place I was introduced. Our Swami is a gazetted Swami. Gazetted officer you must have. They call me gazetted Swami. I was looking at him, I don't know. So what he meant, he is interested in many gadgets, therefore gazetted Swami. And in that gadgets thing, see, I do all this recording and all that. It's a fun for me. It's a joy. And one person told me, Swamiji, everything is fine, but sometimes there is too much of humming sound in your cassettes and all that. I said, okay, let me see. And then I was working on it. And finally, after almost 3-4 months, because I don't stay in one place, go here, there, find out somebody who knows software or something like that. And one day, I could get at least 70-80%. And again I had to leave that place. Then I was working on it. And the day it clicked, that I can take out all the noise from my talk and become studio quality recording. That day I tell you, as if I jumped out of my skin, Yahoo! I was so happy. Because something new you discovered. See, friends, that is life. Now for us, what should we do? Prepare different dishes. See, I went to somebody's house, South Indian, in Delhi. There are two types of South Indians, South Indians and North South Indians. So this was the North South Indians. So when I went to their house, and then it was very late, almost 1:30 at night. I said, Mama, I am hungry, give me something. Swami, don't worry, sit down, I'll prepare food for you. And in 10-15 minutes, she gave nice plate and 2-3 sabjis and all that. Husband said, look here, Swamiji, when you have come 3 sabjis, you have come from nowhere in no time. I get the same one thing every day. I said, shall I tell you the secret? Said, what is that? I said, this is the same sabji in 3 places, topping is different. When I said to her, she said, my God, Swamiji, you recognize her? Yes, I can see that. See? If you are a genius, you can create anything out of nothing. See, friends. And that is what is called efficiency. No complaints. No. See? Discover this joy. And then only you will see you will discover fulfillment in life. Fulfilling desires is not fulfillment in life. And we all can do it. It's not difficult. It's very simple. Provided we are working on mind. So first principle we learned, we are shattered in the world and we get lost in the world. Now instead of getting lost in the world, work on your mind when you are interacting with the world. And what we have to do, only keep this thing in mind, that we are reacting or we are acting. Never react, simply keep on acting. And when you understand this principle, then you will understand what Bhagavan Krishna said, that karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. To action you have the right, not to reaction. Don't get the same tape recorder meaning all the time. Bhagavan Shankaracharya said, what do you have to say? Nothing, khana nahi mila. Every time you get a different meaning out of the same, because the words have come from the infinite reality, Bhagavan Krishna. They don't have a limited meaning. They can give you the inner joy. And this can come if you are happy. Then only you will be efficient in life. And therefore, when we thus interact in the world, stop reacting, start acting. And when you act, life is a fun. See, all actors are those who are efficient in their job. See, if an actor is not efficient, he is immediately deleted, is it not? There was one drama going on, final practice. Only the director was sitting and the scene was being performed. One terrorist came and pumped bullets in the other man who was with his lungi reading newspaper in the morning. And the terrorist went. And the man in whom bullets were pumped, he folded the newspaper, kept on the table and did his lungi and slowly died. So the director said, there is no life in your death, die properly. See friends, whenever you act, you have to be efficient. You have to be perfect. But when you react, you need not be and you cannot be perfect. Because action involves your efficiency. Reaction is expressing your deficiency. See friends. And the efficiency goes with everything. See? Like aloo, potato, goes with everything. Chicken, potato, fish, potato, sabudana khichdi. See, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, upvas everywhere. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Namahe dveshasti na priya. This is how the efficiency is. So whether you are with the children, you are a childlike. When you are with the youngsters, you are with the fist and determined to win. And when you are with the old, you are ready to die. Pata nahi Bhagwan kab le jata hai. But actually you are beyond all of them. Because you are only acting. Therefore never trust a Mahatma. They only act. Beta, you are so good. Ujare ke dusra hai. Bhagwan Krishna did the same thing. Name dveshosti na priyaha. See friends, and efficiency is possible only when we are 100% present. If we are present fractionally, we cannot be efficient. See? Because what are the fractions of our mind? We are not completely available. Part of our mind is in the past, with some event, with some person, with some object. Part of our mind is in the future with some imaginary worries, solutions, etc. So in the present, we are not 100% available. When you are not 100% available, how can you be efficient? See? And for that, simplest thing is, whenever you are acting, you know this is not real, do your best and relax. See? And in this manner, when we learn efficiency is an expression of 100% presence, that 100% presence itself is called as God realization, it is called as pure love, it is called as nirvana, it is called as time pass. Because when you are only in the present, there is no time. So you have bypassed the time. See, 2 days before I was talking in Assam to some group, and while talking I was telling Swamiji here, try this thing, we'll work on it in our tomorrow's lecture. Topic whatever you give me, I will talk whatever I have to talk. So we told him, I said, you wanted to know some spiritual practice, try these 2 things. One practice is, I will not give any mala in your hand, go on counting. I got a digital mala. One lady gave me, Swamiji, you are all the time having digital things, I have got a present for you. What is that? Digital mala. So I keep on, chanting and number, like, telecounter which you have got, cat, this doesn't make a noise, it's silent. I also don't know whether I am doing or not. So effortless. So these 2 things, I said, I am going to give you. I won't tell you do japa and all that, go to temple, ring the bell. No. 2 things you try. Number 1, stop talking to yourself. And number 2, before you talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? Only these 2 things you practice overnight. And tomorrow when we meet, then I'll take your examination. This is 1 hour talk, is it not? Boss?
Till 9.
So I keep on pulling or what?
Everybody wants to listen to you, Swami.
No, but the time is over.
15 more minutes.
20 more.
How many 20 minutes more?
I don't have a
I got here 1 hour, 1 minute I spoke.
As long as you finish before 9 o'clock, Swami.
Okay, suffer. So let us continue these 2 things. When we want to be efficient, we have to work on the mind. The first thing we thought about how we interact with the world so that our efficiency doesn't fall, and it was that we stop reacting and we start acting. Number 1. Same thing the devotees are told. Yasmanno dvijate lokaha. He because of whom the people are not bored, Bahapre, aa gaya Vedanti. Do you know the story? There was one man running, another man following. People say, what happened? Pehle pakdo usko. Catch hold of him first. So they catch hold of him. What happened? See, he used to come to my house and tell me Vedanta. Now I am telling him the same Vedanta. Now he is running. I want to take revenge. And he doesn't want to listen. Ab kahan jaoge? Yasmano dvijate lokaha. Our presence is not a burden to others, and we don't take the world as a burden, then only we are the real devotees of the Lord. So this is how we take care of our mind to bring out the efficiency in us when we are interacting with the world. It is something like, the differential diagnosis, a doctor has to be very alert. If he mixes 2 cases together, it will be calamity. First case came. Doctor Saab, dysentery. So doctor saw, yes, take this medicine. Now when the patient goes, the disease also must go along with the patient. But once it so happened, the patient has gone, disease remained with the doctor. The next patient came. He had a constipation, but the dysentery was still with him. And he prescribed again for dysentery. We imagine A good doctor is the one whose differential diagnosis does not get overpowered by the earlier patient, is it not? This is what is called as remaining in the present. Therefore, when we interact with the world, keep this in mind, our mind is free from any prejudice. Then only the efficiency will come. Otherwise, something has been done by somebody wrong and you become very angry. Why? Because you are taking out this thing on someone else. Because you are not at peace with yourself. Now the second problem that we have about our mind is we are a big problem to ourselves. And therefore what we do? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athavandanam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. We go from here to there. Chalo, let us go to Haridwar. Then let us go to Badrinath. For what? For peace of mind. And wherever we go, again our mind is in pieces. Why it is so dirty? What for you have come here? Either dirt or Bhagwan. You decide. See? So wherever you go, there you are. And we are trying to run away from ourselves. See, friend, this is a more serious problem than the world. See? Suppose I am fed up of my wife. I can fix a new device which is recently discovered and that's patent with me, and that design is called as selective hearing. खाने के लिए आजा चाय आ गया. And if the thing is, last night I dreamed that you have given me a beautiful diamond necklace. What about it? Go to dream. And it is there. See? So, with this thing we can do, with others we can avoid. But where you will run away from yourself? See? Is one of the biggest problems all of us have. Biggest problem. Then we have our own techniques. Either pills or pillow, जाके सो जाओ, or pillow. The idea is quieten the mind. Because the mind is so turmoil, so troubled, so disturbed. Such a disturbed, frustrated mind. Do you think it can achieve efficiency in life? And those people who go into this depression kind of thing, I am always surprised what must be the experience of a depressed person. One person came and asked me in North India somewhere, Swamiji, what is depression? I said, when you came before me, whatever experience I have, it's called depression. Depression is withdrawal from the world, and dispassion is also withdrawal from the world. Withdrawal from the world with wisdom is called a dispassion. And withdrawal from the world with ignorance is called the depression. See? And when a person is depressed, then Abaji ke kya karenge? And such people don't die. They continue. 206 not out. Double ton. They don't get away. See? Therefore, the second point where we have to focus attention is, are we a problem to ourselves? See? You must have come across this thing, Many times somebody says, Arey, Gupta ji, kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing, Mr. Gupta? No, I am busy. But how come you came the odd time? No man, I was getting bored. Why? Who came there? Nobody was there. I was alone, therefore I was getting bored and I came to you. Imagine a person who gets bored because of himself. How solid bore he must be. If I am bored of you, I can understand, yes. But if I am bored of myself, it is something like, one patient went to the doctor, Doctor Saab, yes. When I sleep, I snore so loudly that because of my snoring, my sleep disturbs. What should I do? Doctor said, go and sleep in another room. We are a problem to ourselves, friend. One of the biggest challenge. And the problem is, whenever we have got excess time at our disposal, don't keep one moment free 24/7. Then it will never be a problem for yourself. For us, the real problem is, kids, they are never depressed. Because they are so busy. It doesn't matter what they do, but they are busy. And we old people, jao to jao kaam. And such people, they have nothing except all the time talking about their past. जब हम छोटे थे, अरे who cares यार? Because they are not busy in the present, they bring the past in the present. Those who are busy in the present, they have no time to talk about the past. See? And what is the past they will talk? They will talk only their own achievement. Real thing they will never tell, even if it is Mahatma Gandhi. See, friends. Therefore, to protect us from ourselves, keep yourself 24/7 occupied, busy. See, I have been traveling with your Singapore Airline and British Airways for many years. So some of these air hostesses, they know. One air hostess, she said, Swamiji, my marriage is fixed, so you please come. I said, no, I cannot come, I am not there. So after your marriage, you come and meet me, bring your hubby also. Bichara. Yeah. And then they came. So I had one Rudraksh in my hand. I said, take it, put around your neck. No, you bless me also. I said, okay, I bless you, put it around your neck, and may you protect yourself from yourself. She said, what kind of funny blessing? I said, this is the best blessing ever can be. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Bhagavad Gita is not something, you want to chatwa deme kya kar. It must become part of your everyday breathing. We are our friend, we are our enemy. See? When are we our friend? When our mind is at our disposal. And when the mind is riding us, then we are most miserable. See? We have all same problem. I'm so disturbed. I don't know. And then we try to find out because of whom I am disturbed. No, I think because of the wife. But whose wife? My or somebody? There is no end to that. See, friends. Therefore, the moment you keep yourself occupied, busy, creative, you will never be a problem for yourself. One technique, try this. Learn something new. Doesn't matter what you learn. One old man in Bombay, he told me, Swamiji, last time you emphasized this point very much, learn something new. I have decided, I will learn, next time you come, I will tell you something. I said, okay, and I forgot. He met me after 6 months, I went to Bombay. Swamiji, you should not be out of Bombay for so long, it is too bad. I said, okay, I will not be so long. The best way to disagree with anybody is to agree immediately. The topic is over. Never discuss anything. These are the simple facts of life. So, because when you disagree, an interaction, reaction, why worry? Acha baba nahi, khatam. He also forgets what he said. And then he said, but you told the last time I had done it. What? I had learned Sanskrit. Imagine a Sindhi learning Sanskrit. In two fields there are no Sindhis. One is Sanskrit and second is music. See? Sindhi cannot sing. Their name may be sing, but they cannot sing. So he said, I learned Sanskrit. I said, my God, Papa, at this old age, you are now 85 plus. What you learned Sanskrit for? No, we heard from you people only that when we go to heaven, there they talk Sanskrit. So, if I go to heaven, I will not have difficulty in dealing with that thing. A real Sindhi. A real Sindhi. I said, okay, that's wonderful. Now plan B. I know you will go to heaven because you are studying Sanskrit. God will know you are prepared. Visa will be approved. But plan B, in case you go to hell, then Sindhi I know. You are very So, if you keep yourself learning something or the other, you will not grow old. See? You know the signs of old age? An old person is the one who has answers to all the questions in the world, but nobody asks him any question. Because the moment you do that mistake, he will start. 1857 में ताता टोपी ने and then you are gone. You regret, why did I open my mouth? Next time, Gatva Nanivartante, you will never go to it. See, friends. So keep yourself occupied, busy in the present, and this is the only way you can live fully. See, friends. Then see the joy of life. So, we are a problem for ourselves. Recognize this. There is no problem outside. We are a problem. And that problem we are because the mind is riding us rather than we are riding the mind. In the 6th chapter, this topic is brought out by Bhagavan. See? And when we are aware about this fact, whether the mind is riding us or we are riding the mind, then the mind will start behaving properly. Otherwise, we will be all the time only complaining, I am very disturbed, I am very depressed. How can it be? See? And for that, the sadhana given by Patanjali is 5-fold. And that 5-fold sadhana is very simple, extremely simple. First, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhanani Niyamaha. Shaucha. I was in Kedarnath. Some of you are Maharashtrians here, they will understand. Others will not. Or maybe by mistake. There was one board handwritten by somebody. And that board was indicating a toilet. So, Shauchalaya. So, that board was written in 2 lines. Shauchalaya. But instead of writing Shauchalaya, Sauchalaya. Sau means wife. Cha means off. Lay means death. So, somebody's wife must have gone there and not come back. Shauchalaya. Shaucha means external cleanliness and inner purity. Together is called as Shaucha. Now if you keep yourself occupied, keeping everything around you clean, spick and span, you will not have extra time to get bored. See, friends, take it as a spiritual practice. Keep doing something. Clean. If there is nothing, take out the walls, clean and feed them. But keep busy. And cleanliness is one of the best things that can really keep you occupied. But don't be obsessed You keep clean, don't tell others to clean. You know, these perfectionists who are very clean-minded or not clean-minded, cleanliness-minded, such people, they always want perfection everywhere and they don't get. As a result, they are miserable. That is also perfectly miserable. Because they are perfectionists. They cannot be ordinary miserable, perfectly miserable. See? So, Shaucha, external cleanliness, and then naturally internal cleanliness, purity. Now about internal cleanliness or purity, I will give one simple thing. See, in Ramcharitmanas, there is one Chaupai comes. There, Tulsidaji writes, कि a person who does not see bad or ill, even in dream, about somebody, he is good. So when this verse came, we were thinking what it could be, and a very beautiful thought came. Somebody was talking, I heard it. I was really thrilled by that thought. In the dream alone, our mind opens fully. When we are awake, our mind doesn't open fully because there is a rod of intellect. If you say before everybody what people will say, mind is compressed. In your dream, that rod of intellect is not there. So all that is inside, it keeps on coming out. So when Bhagavan Ram says, he who does not think bad or ill about anybody, even in the dream, he alone is pure. Think how beautiful it is. Even in the dream, we should not have any ill feeling towards anyone. One of the most important spiritual practice. See? No, I can manage with everybody except my neighbor. Gone. Not complete. See? I go to Shirdi Baba sometime or the other. And after going, because I am a Babaji, those people know me, I get a quick entrance, shortcut. And always there are a few commandos with me because they also get a quick entrance. And I go do Matha take and straight away go. Sometimes I get a nariyal, some garland and go away. So one lady asked me, Swamiji, you get such a chance, you don't even stay there for 5 minutes and nobody tells you to go, but you simply do and go away. Why so hurry? I said, look here, longer the namaskar, longer is the list. Clock, ye karo, wo karo, aisa karo, aisa karo. And after they get up, arre, ek bhul gaya. I said, I had nothing to ask, so I just go ahead. What is there to ask? No, you must be asking. I said, yes, I have asked. What is that? I said, well, andar ka mamla, I should tell him. No, please tell. I said, okay, listen. I asked one thing from him and he granted me that. Let there be no hatred or ill feeling towards anybody in the whole world, even in the dream, even for fun, even once. Then our mind is pure. See, friends. Pure mind is that mind which doesn't carry any dent on our mind of any impressions, good or bad. This purity of the mind inside and cleanliness outside together constitutes shaucham. Hospital is clean, but it is not shaucham. Temples are pure, but they are not clean. Our mind must have both these ingredients together, then only shaucha is practiced. See? So when mind is pure, without any dents and dashes, and our environment where we live, that will keep us occupied in keeping the things clean and all that, you will have no extra time. And when you are lesser the time at your disposal, more is your efficiency. This principle, be attentive. I learnt it many years before, and it came like this. You know, this Panchadashi, 5 volumes, those were written when I was, taking classes for the students, going out for the lectures. In between, I used to get 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I sit down and write, sit down and write. Those 5 volumes, almost 2000 pages, came in that hurry-burry. Then I thought, let me take a 3 months break and I'll complete that next book, that Amritanubhava commentary. 3 months I took break. In 3 months I could not write one single line. That day I concluded, busy person is efficient person. If you have got all the time of life at your disposal, because you are good for nothing, keep yourself busy and occupied. You will never be a problem for yourself. Therefore, the second is this. Niyama, keep yourself occupied. Shaucha, santosha, contentment. Santoshad anuttama sukhalamaha, Patanjali says. Contentment is unparalleled bliss. See, we simply say, Te vile anante taishe ji raha mein. Chutney mili nahi khane mein. Contentment is extremely necessary. Then tapaswadhyaya Ishwar Pranidhanani. This we'll see tomorrow before you sleep. I must stop. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari